Checkmate and all. What a shame you lost.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure. I mean, I placed my... Grandpa, what are you doing? No! Most games you play have a distinctive way to play it. Throughout the game, you're given a set of rules to play, and as you move on, they advance and evolve. On the other hand, you have roguelikes.
Stupid bastard.
Roguelikes are so addictive because they are procedural generated, have basically infinite outcomes. In this stage, you pick up that item if you defeat that boss, which makes every time you play it feel so new and refreshing. That's great and all, but where's the strategy? I mean, it's just RNG. Why could it not be a little bit more like chess? That is where Shotgun King enters the stage, which is not only addicting, but actually needs brain power. So let's not waste any more time, and let us begin. There are many great ways to start off a game. For example, in Fallout New Vegas, which you definitely haven't heard about yet, you get into the story of betrayal, murders and 10 former capitals for a literal chip, and a funny robot man. The introduction of Shotgun King greatly differs that. Stories about the egoistic Black King, who treats his pawns like absolute garbage, which results in all his troops leaving him. Now both. What would any reasonable king do at such a time? Of course, turning American, if you haven't noticed already from the title. With the introduction covered, we can finally start talking about the gameplay. Surprisingly, there's a tutorial, but if you're like me, no chess, and have the mentality of the average Factura player, there is no real need for that. The game, Rule of Fallout, is based around chess. So there's usual chess, well, with the addition of Kurt Cobain, which is something the unsuspecting eye would say. Because there's one crucial element which makes the game 10 times more fun and also broken. I'm talking about the black cards. Despite having a big similarity to the Jokers from Balatro, they do have a little twist to them. After each completed round, you can choose one of the 2 available perks for a character. What is important to keep in mind is that the enemy also gets the perks for themselves. So you have to balance between making yourself overpowered, but also keeping the enemy weak. These cards can vary from absolute bullshit to giving you literal reincarnation and a second life. The white cards mostly add or remove troops, and some are given more abilities. By the way, you're literally forced to get a queen on the 3rd round, so good luck with that. I'm sorry. There are also minor things I want to address, like how you can get souls from killed troops to escape a sticky situation, or how the shotgun works. There's also a thing what I like to call the idiot protection. When you make a move that normally would be fatal in chess, a protection shield steps in your spirit. When you lose both of them and do it again, yeah, I think we know how it ends. Now, when you combine all the elements I've already mentioned previously, you'll get absolute chaos. And I love chaos.
I'm smarter.
So yeah, that's that covered. It really adds up to the symphony of chaos, which I really enjoy about this game. Now, there are also some nerdy stats I should mention. If you're that type of person who cares about proc percentage, like in Risk of Rain, I know you. In Shotgun King, there are 3 main types of stats. Range, which is important for long distances and sniping. Ace. Firepower, which determines how many and powerful your shots are. And at last, the firing out, which is the bullet spread. There are also bombs, the sniping score, reds, and goddamn shoot. Yes, the roll-off card gives you a shoot for an enemy, so better make good use of it. By the way, there's also a card that gives you a knockback percentage, and yes, you can throw the part of the bullet. Now take achievement and shut up. Talking about achievements, there are tons of them, sometimes for beating the game with various cards on, other times for beating a stage with a limitation, like only killing the king or only moving with swords. In general, it's pretty good to have an overview of what the game has to offer. The code that shows you all the cards and achievements you've already collected, so that's pretty neat. Before we take a deep dive into the post-game content, what actually happens when you win?
Let's go.
So, you got the deck of your choice assembled, survived the 10 waves of enemies, and did in fact not bomb yourself. Congratulations, by the way, you get in the final battle. And let me tell you, it's a hell of a fight. The White King, desperate at his limit, puts one final push against you. All his work, making his kingdom a safe and worker space ruled by you alone. He literally calls you a royal fucker with a shotgun and takes all stakes to put it to an end. you have to use all your cards, knowledge, and quick thinking to slowly play the board. Piece by piece, bullet by bullet, you grind through the white army until only the king remains. And with one final shot, you finish it. Nein, oder? No. Ohne Scheiß. And then, he's gone. This reminds me of the Mario and Luigi win scenes where they just light up and get atomized into nothingness. It really gives you the satisfaction, but it kept you on the edge. Now, you've won, but really at what cost? We learned from the start that the Black King was an asshole, so did we really achieve happiness? Unlike in Mario and Luigi, we're the villain here. And in the credits, it even says, we obtained again our Iron Fist and are destined for suppression. We were the villain all along, and the story will repeat itself. Being finished with the game, it opens up many doors to you. If you paid attention while I talked about achievements, you saw these numbers down there. Those are the ranks. The ranks are giving you a challenge, mostly adding troops or increasing their health to make your victory harder. It is basically like the stakes in Balatro, because everything in this video has to be a Balatro reference. And they do stack, so it gets procedurally harder. After finishing the game, you can also switch to your gun. Depending on challenges and requirements you've already met, you get certain guns that differ from your stock one. They can get really goofy, so have a look and try them all out. After beating the standard throw mode, you also unlock endless mode, which is, could have guessed it, endless. This is more like a playground for testing cards and deck combos to see how powerful they can be. After reaching floor 15 endless mode, you also unlock the chase mode as well. Here you have to survive waves of troops with only limited cards and slowly replace the old ones. Basically like in Ballad card zombies. It is a wave horde mode. And last but not least, the game has various endings. Depending on cards picked and how many pawns are alive at the end, you can get 5 separate endings. I won't spoil too much about them, but you can kill the guy from the start cutscene, if anybody even cares about him. My favorite is where he captures a horse and just resents to the most pissed off and just out of language I've ever seen in a game. The devs really didn't have to add these endings, but it's a nice touch that have gone the extra mile. In conclusion, funny American man having a small crush at the chessboard. But to be honest, it's just amazing to see how much effort the devs put in this game. From the constant updates to recent community posts and reviews, this game is truly phenomenal. Shotgun King does not only require to use your brain and move pawns around, but it creates a space to adapt, to learn from every death, every mistake you've made, and to grow from it. It was not only designed creative and really fun, but also in a way to have an actual learning curve. This game has basically endless replayability, and everyone feels so new. Finishing it all off, Shotgun King does not only take the simple concept of chess and make it into an endless roguelike crack machine, but it also just succeeds at making it stand out from the crowd. All the other roguelikes try to cover the unbound, the mysterious, but a chessboard, everybody knows that. This simple idea is executed so perfectly while being a literal chess mod. The barrier is so low to enter and so fun to immerse. With that said, I really love chess and Shotgun King from the bottom of my heart, and it's definitely worth to try out. That's all said, and see you soon.